Homestead, Florida is the second oldest city in Miami-Dade County, incorporated way back in 1913, over 100 years ago now. And because it's been around for so long, there are a lot of historic and charming characteristics throughout it that are quite interesting and that I'll point out later in this video. We'll also take a look at what the city has to offer as far as things to do, housing, fun activities, and so forth. It's changed and developed so much over the years, but still holds true to a lot of its historic origins, especially in downtown Homestead. We'll talk more about that a little later. I'm Angie Blanco, a realtor here in Miami, Florida with One Path Realty. Let's go to Homestead. As you can see on this map, the city's borders are pretty jagged and odd, but just to get a general idea of them, they go from about 132nd Avenue to 192nd Avenue, east and west, and from around 296th Street to 352nd Street, north and south, roughly. Also, these other areas surrounding the proper city of Homestead, like Leisure City, Naranja, Princeton, and the Redlands, are also referred to as Homestead, but just in a more general reference since they're technically unincorporated and not part of the city of Homestead. Homestead has a lot to offer and a lot of different experiences, being that it's so far south in the state of Florida and so close to places like the Everglades and Biscayne National Park. And speaking of that, the city of Homestead actually offers free trolley service to visit both of these national parks. It's called the National Parks Trolley, and every Saturday and Sunday they take guests for free to either the Everglades or to Biscayne National Park, whichever you choose. How cool is that? These national parks have also partnered with the city to offer free admission to guests on these trolleys, so you literally pay nothing and get to experience something so different. This project is the first of its kind, and it's right here in Homestead. If that's a little too outdoorsy for you though, Homestead also has plenty of shopping centers like the Florida Keys Outlet Mall, Homestead Town Square, the Portofino Plaza, and the Homestead Pavilion Strip Mall, if that's more your thing. You've also got your gyms like 24-Hour Fitness, Planet Fitness, Orange Theory, and smaller gyms like Bolt Training and No Limit Fitness Club. A few other more local attractions to see or places to visit here in Homestead are the Coral Castle, an 1,100-ton coral rock monument supposedly built by only one man as a testimony to a lost love. Poor guy, but truly a beautiful sight to see. There's also Robert is Here, a delicious family-owned fruit stand with the tastiest smoothies and milkshakes and the cutest farm animals. Whenever I'm in the area, I have to stop by. And you've also got the Homestead Miami Speedway if you're looking for some action and got the need for speed. Like I mentioned earlier though, Homestead has changed and developed so much over the last couple of decades that you're really not so far away from everything anymore if you did decide to move down here. You're just a quick drive from the Turnpike, US 1, or Chrome Avenue if you needed to get to anywhere outside of Homestead, and soon you'll also have the rapid transit system which will connect Homestead to other areas of Miami-Dade County, Broward County, and even Monroe County in a fraction of the time that it would have taken you in regular public transportation. But if you didn't need to go anywhere, you have pretty much everything you need right here in Homestead. We mentioned the shopping, the gyms, and a few of the sites, but you also have your parks, your schools, your housing, a lot of which is new construction, and your essentials like your public transportation and your Baptist Hospital, one of the most trusted hospitals here in South Florida. So to name a few of the parks, we have Harris Field Park, J.D. Redd Park, and James Archer Smith Park. There's also Losner Park, which is located in the heart of the historic downtown Homestead area, and which also has plans of expansion to be transformed into a world-class destination with a performance space, a garden, and a veterans memorial. It's actually being designed by the same architects behind the Beijing Olympic Games, so I can only imagine how beautifully it'll turn out. This downtown Homestead area is one of the main places where we'll find so much history of Homestead, with places like the Seminole Theater and the Historic Town Hall Museum, both of which were built back in the early 1900s, right after the establishment of the city of Homestead. Moving on to the schools in the area, to name a few, there is Redondo Elementary, Avocado Elementary, Somerset Academy, and Homestead Middle and High. There's a selection of public, private, and charter schools to choose from here so that you can take your pick and so that your child gets the education that you're looking for. Housing in Homestead is also pretty diverse. There are single-family homes, townhomes, condos, and even mobile homes. There are also resale options and new construction. Now, in Miami-Dade County, and more specifically Homestead, the housing market market is still pretty hot, especially if the price is right, which means that in some occasions we are still seeing multiple offers for certain properties if they're priced accurately. Definitely not as many as before, but it's still happening on occasion. Single family homes here in Homestead range anywhere from $300,000 all the way to $1 million, all depending on location, size, and conditions. We can also find townhomes and condos in the $200,000 range all the way up to about $500,000 for new construction. Lennar, Century Home Builders, and D.R. Horton are some of the companies that are building up these new communities in this area. There is a lot of potential here in Homestead, and as we can see, it continues to grow and become more beautiful with more attractions and improvements for the city and its residents. If this is somewhere that you could see yourself living, feel free to reach out. All my information is down in the description. I would love to help you find a home here. Also, I mentioned the Redlands earlier in this video. This is an area close to Homestead where we'll find bigger homes, bigger lots, a lot of agricultural zoning, and more farm style living. If you want to check that area out, then go ahead and click the video right here and have a look. Happy watching, and I will see you on the next one.